Shalom, okay, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, okay. Shalom also to the One Dirt Israelites, okay. Salachia, I want to make sure that my phone is not falling down. So, Salachia, if you don't see me yet, okay, I just fixed that real quick. Like I said, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, okay. And Shalom also to the One Dirt Israelites, which include you Judas children, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Indians, who are still oppressed together, according to the book of Jeremiah 50:33, okay. But to whom soleil pertaineth the adoption, the giving of the law, the promises, the glory, and the covenants, okay, according to the book of Romans chapter 9, okay, verse 4, just in case you don't read, okay, which most people don't do, okay, and especially those who pretend to read the Bible, okay, are most offended when it comes to breaking down the scriptures to their faces, stubborn faces, and then they say, oh, you can't say that it's Romans chapter 9 verse 4, okay. You know, oh, that's not talking about the heathens, okay, that's talking about, you know, whatever they invent, man, okay, but it's not the truth, man, okay. When Romans chapter 9 verse 4 obviously talks about one people being the Lord's elect, man, okay. I just have some stones from this earth here, wait. Okay, my old phone is lost, so basically I got a new phone, so I don't want to lose that also. So I'm careful, of course. Yeah, man. So they get offended, man. Okay, they get offended with every word you bring, man. Okay, which the word you bring is the truth. Okay, that's why they are offended in the first place, man. Okay, so like I said, who are still oppressed together, according to the book of Jeremiah 50:33. But to whom soleil pertaineth, okay, the promises, the glory, the covenants, okay, the service of God, the service of the law, okay, which everybody should keep the law, okay. You see, everybody should keep it. When it comes to preaching it, you know, and to make it known to the people, the Israelites are responsible for that, usually. Well, 2/3 of Israel right now, they don't even know what the law really has in it, okay. Carmen, that stone is a little bit in there. Yeah. So 1/3 of Israel, okay, has the law in their mouth, have the law in their mouth, okay, and the elect, okay. You know, you read in the scriptures about I have reserved myself 7,000 men. Okay, 7,000 is a number of completion. Okay, so it's basically it's an it can be, or it is 144,000 men. Okay, 144,000 Hebrew Israelite elect men. Okay, who preach this truth, which the truth comes down from the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Okay, like I said to you, I say Shalom. also to the wondered Israelite women and children, which belong to that one dirt, okay? Because if you're not a Hebrew elect Israelite man, then you are of the one dirt, okay? Because the 144,000 is men only, okay? Which this is just an order being established from Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, okay? So, and this is the book of Proverbs, okay? Because I want to read the book of Proverbs for you, okay? So the book of Job, we will finish it also, okay? So we finish both basically. But this time we will read the book of Proverbs, and this is chapter 1. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel. To know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice and judgment and equity. To give subtlety to the simple, to the young man knowledge and discretion. A wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels, to understand a proverb in the interpretation, the words of the wise and their dark sayings. Can't exactly, because if you read the Bible, you have a lot of dark sayings in the scriptures, man. Okay, which if you go to these whorehouses, which are these churches, they can't break down any of them. They can't even break down the most simple things, like I said, man. Okay, they use Paul, they use everything which is in the scriptures to somehow make the scriptures nearly completely unimportant, man. Okay, if you don't have the law anymore, okay, if you don't have a covenant anymore with some kind of nation or some people, which is Israel, okay, which we have the whole book, okay, then basically you don't need the Bible, man. Okay, there's nothing which what is it really? Okay, because the law includes the 10 commandments: don't murder, don't steal, don't lie. Okay, the 10 commandments are also the law. Okay, so how is the law like even Yahushua said it also, man. Okay, not even one dot of the law is basically done away. Okay, so there will come judgment for all that lying, even if it's accidentally, okay, it's still, you still don't want to study the Bible right, and you still proclaim you know the truth, okay? When the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, 35 plus years, teach already the truth, and it's not hard to understand, okay? You have the GMS Germany camp, you have brothers in Germany and teaching German, okay? So no excuse for anybody, okay, in whatsoever fashion, okay? So of course, if you study the Bible, you clearly and obviously can receive that this current system is of Satan, and furthermore, it is of a wicked seed. Okay, how is it called? A serpent seed, if you will. Okay, and then you would have to admit that these laws that we have, not just in Germany but everywhere, okay, are wicked. And guess what? Of course, sin came in the world, and death came in the world through Adam and Eve and things like that, right? But really the whole problem just continued until today, and it basically won't stop until that wicked seed is done away with, like it says in the Bible, until the one who is in the way is put out of the way, okay, which is ESAU EDOM, which ESAU is EDOM. Okay, typed it in right now if you don't know it yet. Okay, type in Google right now. ESAU is EDOM KJV. KJV because we use the KJV Bible, okay, to study the scriptures. Why is that? It is because you don't want to make it hard for yourself to study the Bible. I just say it how it is. Because if you have every second or third word basically completely or just even a little bit false translated, okay, you can guess or come to the conclusion that the Bible, or to come to the truth of the Bible, will be much harder. Which, like I said, you will end, okay, and you will be, okay, with the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, okay, and their doctrine sooner or later, if you really want to study the truth, okay, because we're not finished studying yet just because we received the elders and apostles of Great Millstone as the truth. You know, we give double honors to them in our videos. We teach what they teach, which not everybody is a teacher. Okay, I don't call myself a teacher also, but guess what? The scripture says, okay, the lamps that follow Yahweh Shai everywhere where he goeth. Okay, so of course we also not finished, but us keeping the word until the end, until our death or not death. Okay, some of us will not see death even until the kingdom comes down in its greatness, like the scripture says. Okay, until then we have to keep what we have. Okay, that's what the book of Revelation says to you if you don't know. Okay, and this is Revelation, like I said, that's the spirit. Okay, Revelation Revelation 14, okay, and 12. Here's the patience of the saints. You see, here are they that keep the commandments. What commandments? I thought they were all done away with. Of course not, man. You bugged out people, okay? Judgment for that. Right there, man. Every idle word, like the scripture says, man. That's not just an idle word. That's also deceiving people, man. Which is not gathering the flock, but spread, you know, scattering. Okay, not spreading, scattering. You know. Yeah, man. Okay, the commandments of God, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, which is the name, which is the first, of course, also an important thing, man. The name. Okay, not everybody got the name. Okay, especially not these whorehouses, man. They come with God, which God just means powers in the Hebrew if you go into that word, which Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is a real name. Okay, and even Psalms talks about can you tell the name of God? Of course they can't. Okay, because they don't even got a name. So how can they have their name when they even got any name? Don't got any name. Okay, then they come with that stuff Yahweh or Yahuwah and things like that. When in the ancient Hebrew there is no you or whatsoever, man. Okay, it's Yahweh, of course. You know, there's also proof for that. You know, you know, certain you know, stones and things like that. You know, and the ancient Hebrew is obviously the first and only Hebrew that really was spoken and you know, the most useful. Okay. So what commandments, okay, if we read it right here, what commandments then, okay? And the fate of Yahweh Shai, okay? And the fate of Yahweh Shai. And I heard, verse 13, a voice from heaven saying unto me, right, blessed are the dead which die in the Lord from henceforth, like a sad man, okay? Which basically from today and all the way to the end, man. Okay. Yeah, said the Spirit, that they may rest from their labors. What labors? Okay. Scripture talks about, one says he has faith, but he has no works. Your faith is dead, man. The scripture says that, man. Okay, you know, you might say, oh, I know that there's one God. Oh, I have faith, but you know, I don't go to camp or do videos. But guess what, man? The demons also know that there exists only one God, man, and they are fearful, okay, but still wicked. You see? So what is the difference between you and a demon? Okay, type that in if you don't know it in Google. Type that comparison in, man. Okay. Um, will you understand? You know that faith without works is dead. Faith. Will you understand that faith without works is dead? KJV. Type that in right now in Google and you will see the words that I'm talking about. Okay? Satan also knows that there's only one God, you know? What is the difference now between you and Satan? Himself even. Okay, read the book of Job, first chapter, second chapter, third chapter. Okay? Read the whole book. Okay? And you will see that Satan even talks with the Lord normally, okay? So what is you now talking about? Oh, you know, I know that there is one God, okay, but I don't want or I don't have to keep the commandments. Or I don't want to go to camp or do camp, okay, or I don't want to do videos or upload videos. Your faith is dead. You are unbeliever. You are an unbeliever. And the scripture even talks about those who know will be even beaten with more will be even beaten more will be beaten more even. Okay. Okay. So will be treated even worse than somebody who just says he's an unbeliever. Okay. Because he really doesn't have faith. But you proclaiming to have faith, you know all the scriptures, you study the scriptures, and then you say like, oh, actually I would have to keep the commandments, but you know what? I don't do it. Oh, I see. So the Nikos, Latinos, and Indians who, you know, ESAU, EDOM, you know, whom what you know, he sold his birthright, and then he you know, in the history you see all that murdering and torturing and deception and iconoclasm. I say that again, iconoclasm, to even hide their sin. Okay, to the point even where they try to hide all that, like I mentioned before, the things. Okay, far enough all of that. Okay, you still saying, oh, but you know what, away with all that, you know, I just you know, do my Christian videos or something with the name J, you know, with the J name, which is not a name even. Okay, Caesar Borgia. Okay, that dude is a human, not the Son of God. Okay, the Son of God, according to the book of Daniel, for example, 10:5-6, or book of Revelation 1, okay, 1 or 13 or 15. Okay, wait, let me, because I'm in the book of Revelation before we continue in Proverbs. Okay, let me just get it real quick. Revelation 1:1-13. Okay, he's a so-called Negro. Okay, the Son of God. Okay, obviously, if you just know one dot of the Bible, you know, like I said, man. Obviously, this is not hidden things, man. That is for everybody to read in the scriptures. And you have even heathen children having dreams about that sometimes, man. Okay, this young boy, if you may know it, if you know it, okay, with he sees Yahawashai. Revelation 1. Can't read that. Revelation. Yeah, man. Revelation 1:13. We will read from Revelation 1:13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle his head, and his hairs were white like wool. Okay, so first we read white like wool. You can translate it even wrong. Okay. As white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters. Okay, so fine brass, for what I know, is brown, okay, not pink, because really so-called white people are first and foremost pink skinned, if you will, okay, or wet. The scripture goes even deeper into it. It says wet, actually, okay. If you read about Esau and Jacob being born, twin brothers, okay, like I told you about the birthright, okay, basics, okay. You read that the first came out wet, okay, like hairy and wet, okay, which is E, obviously, Esau, which is Edom, okay, which is Teman, which is Babylon, which is basically everywhere right now, you know, the cancer of wickedness of the earth, okay, or the you know, Satan's seed, if you will, physical counterpart. And guess what, man? It says wet, okay. So if you go on the topic with science, it's of course wet, okay, but from the eye it looks more pink, you know, or you know, kind of like that, because you see the veins and stuff, you know, and the blood and flowing to that lighter skin, you know. So obviously here in the book of Revelation, this should be proof enough for everybody that there is no Caesar Borgia in the scriptures, okay. This is El Diablo, okay. This is what you see everywhere, hanging even on a cross, man. Like if you have, you know, it's nonsense that people put even a cross up, you know, it's blasphemy, right? Okay, so obviously, okay, this, like I said, should be proof enough that people don't have the truth if they come to you just with that name, Jesus, okay, or with the picture of that dude, which is, like I said, Caesar Borgia, okay. It's not biblical, so where they got it from, it's not from the Lord, okay, it's from everywhere else. That's also how we know that the multitude is there to perish, okay, because the multitude actually believes in this thing. So let's continue in the book of Proverbs. The fear of the Lord, verse 7, is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction, okay, like you know, like I said, man, you can't come up with that Caesar Borgia bullshit. Salachia, for my French, but you can come up with that, you know, with that stupid stuff, okay. And the next sentence, you say that you study the truth. No, you are a liar, okay. You heard instruction. You heard that Yahweh Shai, okay, who the Son ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, looks dead and dead according to the Bible. Whatever else you want to interpret is not there, okay. What we was reading is there. Everything else is not there. Even if you use another source, okay? Another text source. It's still the same, man, okay? What color is fucking press, man, okay? Okay? So it makes sense now that people actually believe that they are human monkeys, man. Okay? Verse 8. My son, hear the instruction of thy father, and forsake not the law of thy mother. For they shall be an ornament of grace unto the head, unto thy head, and chains about thy neck. My son, if sinners entice thee, consent thou not. If they say, come with us, let us wait for blood, let us lurk privately for the innocent without cause. Let us swallow them up alive as the grave, and whole as those that go down into the pit. We shall find all precious substance, we shall fill our houses with spoil, cast in thy lot among us, let us all have one purse. My son, walk not thou in the way with them, refrain thy foot from their path. Come, man, all these sinners, basically having nothing to do, okay, not teaching this truth, okay, which this truth has nothing to do with you know, you basically doing the exact opposite in your free time, okay, like I said, man, the Ten Commandments, the Ten Commandments, okay, are the law, okay. If you say the law is done away with, you basically saying right there that the Ten Commandments are done away with, okay. Somebody who says that is basically worthy of death if you don't know, okay. Scripture says he that you know, basically does away with the law, okay, 2 or 3 witnesses, okay, if I got it right, roughly paraphrasing, okay, you shall die, man, okay. The law of Moses, which law of Moses just means, okay, the law that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai gave Moses, which are the Ten Commandments in the I don't know the English term, but in German we call it Bundeslade. Okay, the thing with the 2 angels on, made of gold, you know, with where the 2 stones were put in, you know, where the 10 Commandments are written on, which they don't know where it is today. Okay, you know, the Philistines had it a bit, you know, and then, you know, and basically you knew, okay, even the heathens knew in specific times that this is not a normal thing what they have right there, okay. And you know, if you're not you know, if Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, okay, you know, if Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai wants to destroy you because you stole it from the Hebrew Israelites, he does that, man, okay, because this is not a normal thing, right? You know, also you read in the temple that when it was in the temple, you read that it was basically empty, but just the 2 stones were in it, right? So really, it's an important thing, right? But the 10 Commandments, like I said, are a part of the law. Okay, so if you again say that the law is done away with, you basically saying, okay, even these 2 stones are done away with. Okay, so the 10 Commandments are done away with. Okay. You should think about what you're talking right there. Okay, you should think about what you say. "15. My son, work not thou in the way of them, with them." Eventually you will, if you have company with dudes like that, talking about the laws done away with here and there, things like that, you know, it's basically, it's all the same demon, the same spirit. Eventually, eventually you will see that there is no way to be on their path, man, with them. For their feet want to evil and make haste to shed blood. Can't, because the law is done away with. Surely in vain the net is spread in the sight of any bird. Come, man, like I said, man, they scattering, okay, they scattering the Hebrew Israelites, the truth, even more, man. Like, it's hard to find the truth today, okay, it depends, okay, but it's according to the book of Amos, Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai will hide it, okay, and Salakia, and you are anyway blinded if you don't have the truth, okay, so you are anyway in the sight of the Lord, okay, you're not really worth to get it, okay, so you are blinded, okay, that's how we understand that we are blessed if we got this truth, okay, because it doesn't matter, scripture says studying, but never being able to receive the truth, okay, and this is all these people, like I said, it's just sad when you have people studying, doing all their life Bible study, okay, or like this woman I have here in Germany, even women writing me all day, oh, I was in Bible school, can I teach you something about the Bible? And you just think to yourself, okay, how yeah, you have the woman from your nation, okay, or maybe she's even a heathen woman. I have more women being talking to me, okay, in that matter, okay, being in a Bible school, and then they want to show you something and things like that. And sometimes I even said, yeah, it's okay, we can talk about the Bible. That's cool, that's good. Okay, doesn't matter if it's a woman. But when then you start to understand that what they want to show you is this plantation Christianity, what they learned from ESAU in this Bible school, and they want to actually deceive you or keep you from the truth. Okay? And this is just a way for Satan to come at you, okay? Woman is one way. There are other ways also, but women are the best way for Satan to get at you, okay? If you don't know. So be careful, okay, if you have women talking about they want to show you something in the Bible because they went to some school or whatever, okay? The elders and apostles of Great Millstone, okay, who are in direct prophets, okay, in first hand from Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai, the creator of this universe, okay, they never went to such a school, they don't went to university to receive this truth, they got it from the Spirit, okay, if you don't know what, if you don't understand spiritual things, you don't understand that, okay, this truth is nowhere to find in a system that is established by Satan, okay, for Satan, okay, being actually there to deceive you, okay, and it's not coincidence that the elders even say that this is just a public school system, not a public school system, and how much more if it comes to the Bible, if they don't even tell you the history right. Okay, like I said, are you too blind to see that? Okay, you really believe they tell you the truth about the Bible, okay, but when it comes to history, they lie to you, okay. They rather would teach you the truth of the history, okay, than the truth of the Bible. You better believe that, okay, because the Bible is still an holy thing, right? So holy just means separated if you go into the word, okay, and not everybody really wants to read the Bible. So the damage would be not so high if you teach people the right history, okay, but not the truth of the Bible, okay, because history, without talking too much about the topic, okay, but history alone, okay, doesn't give you the truth of the Bible. You can see it maybe through history, okay, your true bloodline, your true ancestors, you know, the Native Americans, the so-called Negroes, you know, and all that, you know, the fleeing from the Israelites from Israel to Africa, and you know the transatlantic slave trade and all these things. You know, you have even movies about that, Hebrews to Negroes, books, you know, all that thing, all that stuff, you know, which really it's hard to argue, okay, that these people are not the chosen. There's no chance to go around that, but you see, like I said, man, many people know history, but that's not the reason why they read the Bible. Okay, so like I said, it would be not so much damage if they, but they don't even do that. But if they teach people the real history, but you know the Bible never been spoken of. You see, what they don't do anyway. Okay, because really it would be established in their law. Salachia just doing that sign, you know. So I just make it like that. Okay. So it would be in the law, okay, if they would. Salachia. Sometimes I do that automatically. It's not you know, makes no sense. It's just that you know you got this before you was in tooth. You did that sign sometimes. You know, here in Germany, sometimes it means like genau or exactly. Okay, and you're not Illuminati, but you know you should avoid doing that. Okay, because people may misunderstand you. But so don't wonder if I do that. When I do it, I explain. Okay, that I not meant it that way. Okay, Salachia for that. You see, not just the Ten Commandments, like I said, it's just a part of the law. Okay, the law would be established in this system if they would, um, or if they want you to have the truth of the Bible. Okay, but the exact opposite is the case. If you go into the law, you see that everything is uh, perfectly planned against the law. Like every last dot that is righteous is completely the opposite. Like the scripture says, man, a diligent search. How can we transgress the law? Perfect. Okay, not that it's perfect, but how can we transgress the law even more? Okay, so this is what they do year by year, year by year, year by year, year by year, year by year. And now you have 2023, and you have a completely chaos, bugged out world where you live, man. Okay, and this is actually you have to think about that. This is what they do the whole time, thinking about how much more they can through their laws in this satanic system, like I said. Okay, or just system of ESAU, okay, Jacob's brother, okay, being blessed with the sword, which is this law also. How can we transgress the law more? Okay, and the scripture says to you, all that sin what you have today and all that nonsense first came to the transgression of the law, man. Like when we had Noah being saved with his family, from there on, it started all over this wickedness, okay? And now nobody will have an excuse if you know the second punishment will come, but this time not by water like the flood you had happening. This time it will be by fire, man. Okay, you have that nuclear destruction. Okay, and all the famine and all the sword coming to these people, man, for their wickedness, and they really believe, okay, that all this warning is basically because we don't have nothing else to do, which is obviously not the case. Okay, you are just blind, too blind. Okay, to see your own history. Okay, or the history of your country. It doesn't matter really if you go into history in general. You will eventually have to stop at the scriptures because it is just science. It just makes sense, right? You have all this. You have Babylon. You have people speaking one language. You have all this. I just leave it there, man. Okay, I just leave it there. You have these different nations, you know. Verse 18, and they lay wait for their own blood, they lurk privately for their own lives. So are the ways of everyone that is greedy of gain, which taketh away the life of the owners thereof. Wisdom cried without, she uttered her voice in the streets, she cried in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates. In the city she uttered her word, saying, how long ye simple ones really love simplicity? Can't, exactly. Because you really have to be simple, okay, to believe that, you know, there is no God. Like I said, man. Especially if you go into science, into history, into the world that you're actually living in, you have to see, if you can't see it just by being in nature, which the Apocrypha talks about that. If you don't know, okay, Wisdom of Solomon talks about that. Okay, people being in the world, seeing all the creation, okay, from Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and actually, you know, are too simple, okay, to to understand that of course there's a God who created all this, okay? So, you know, it's just simple, man. It's just simple. And the scorners, delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Turn you at my reproof, behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you, I will make known my words unto you, because I have called, ye have refused, I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded. But ye have sat at knock all my counsel, and would none of my reproof. I also would laugh at your calamity, I will mock when your fear cometh, when your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you. Can't people thinking, oh, it might be true with the Bible, but I don't want to have to do anything with that. But then, oh, and if then maybe I will get charged for that at some time. Okay, and this is exactly what the scripture is talking about. Okay, when the fear cometh, which these people have in their heart somewhere. Okay, because you know they might fear that. Ja, ich rauche nicht leider. They might fear that you know I don't know, the third world war or something, and yeah, that fear, which I can say for sure, okay, will become eventually reality. Okay. And fools hate knowledge. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit upon you, unto you. I will make known my words unto you. Because I have called, and ye refused, I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded. But ye have said, at knock all my counsel, and would none of my reproof. I also will not laugh at your calamity. I will mock when you fear cometh. When you fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind. When distress and anguish cometh upon you, then they shall call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord. It always has to do with a choice, man. It's not like everybody was at least one time, okay, not a moment. This is sometimes it's a time span of weeks, months, and years for somebody to choose. Okay. And the word choose is also not what you might think it is, okay? So it just means that everybody, you know, everybody was warned, everybody was, you know, Yahweh, Baal Shem Yahushai gave everybody the chance, okay? It's not like judgment comes out of nothing, okay, and nobody knows why. Okay, if you think that, okay, then there is then you are even more simple than simple. Okay. Verse 30, they would none of my counsel, they despised all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. Come, for example, um, um, you have all these nuclear weapons being created, okay, being built. And guess what? You will get destroyed by these same weapons, okay? Because nowadays everybody has these weapons, okay? And sometimes they even stole it from other countries just to build it in their own country, okay? And eventually, man, okay, your own wickedness will always be the accuser in the day of judgment against you, man. Your own sins will accuse you, man. And for these people, okay, it's wickedness in general, man. Okay, you see. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from fear of evil. Come on, man. You see? Chapter 2, my son, if thou wilt receive my words and hide my commandments with thee. Like I said, man. This is exactly what I said. Okay, it's not like people don't see that we keep the commandments. Okay? But more, it's kind of like a thing between Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and you. Okay, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai knows when you fast, okay? But most of the time if you fast, nobody sees that, okay? But you. And he sees if you keep the commandments on it or not, okay? So that thou incline thine ear unto wisdom and apply thine heart to understanding. Yeah, if thou criest after knowledge and liftest up thy voice for understanding. If thou seekest her as silver and searchest for her as for her treasures, then shalt thou understand the fear of the Lord and find knowledge of God. For the Lord giveth wisdom, out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding. He layeth up sound wisdom for the righteous, he is a buckler to them that walk uprightly. He keepeth the paths of judgment and preserveth the way of his saints. Can, man. Okay, force not the course of the river. Okay? And trust in the process. Okay? Type it in right now if you don't know. Okay? Force not the course of the river. KJV. Okay? Always that addition KJV behind what you type in, because you don't want to have that, I don't know, new international version or whatsoever. Okay? He laid up sound wisdom for the righteous. He is a buckler to them that walk uprightly. He keepeth the paths of judgment and preserveth the way of saints. Then shall thou understand righteousness and judgment and equity, yea, every good path. Come, because you will grow in wisdom and understanding, man. You will grow in wisdom and understanding, and eventually, okay, you will understand what is good and what not. Okay? You will understand what is good and what not, man. Come, man, and remember, man, the truth is evil spoken of in this world, man. The truth is gets even worse to the nearer we come to the end, Okay, but remember always, okay, that the truth is evil spoken of, man. Or anything even goes even so far these days. Anything that has to do with the truth is evil spoken of, man. Okay. Uh, then shalt thou understand righteousness and judgment, okay, and equity, yea, every good path. When wisdom entered into thine heart, and knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul. Kana, the scripture also talks about their righteousness is of me. Talks about the elect 144,000, one third, even Hebrew Israelite, woman and child, okay, being in the truth. And guess what, man? You have people accusing us of everything, but guess what? The righteousness of us, the hopeful elect, okay, is of Yahweh Ba Hashem Yahweh Shai, okay, which we know that there is a 144,000 elect because the scripture says it, okay, but we don't know yet if we are chosen or not. We believe it to be, okay, because everything has to do with belief. Without faith, it is impossible to please the Lord. Okay, type it in if you don't know. Okay, KJV. You understand that our righteousness is really not coming from anybody but Yahweh Ba Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? Of course, you have the brothers, you have, council and things like that, A brother will never suffer sin on you, okay? He will tell you that, things like that, man. That's anyway there, okay? But you know what I'm talking about, right? Ultimately, our righteousness is of Yahweh Ba Hashem Yahweh Shai and His mercies, man. Okay? Because even if we try to keep the law of the best of our ability, okay, or to fit in that system, or to fit in that system even, we're not perfect. Verse 10, then wisdom entered into thine heart, and knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul. Discretion shall preserve thee, understanding shall keep thee, to deliver thee from the way of the evil man, from the man that speaketh forward things, who leave the path of uprightness to walk in the ways of darkness, who rejoice to do evil and delight in the forwardness of the wicked, whose ways are crooked and they forward in their path, to deliver thee from the strange woman, even from the stranger which flattereth with her words, which forsaketh the guide of her youth and forgotten the covenant of her God, for her house inclined unto death and her paths unto the dead. None that go unto her return again, neither take they hold of the path of life, that thou mayest walk in the way of good men, and keep the path of the righteous, for the upright shall dwell in the land, and the perfect shall remain in it. But the wicked shall be cut off from the earth, okay, and the transgressor shall be rooted out of it. The world for now, the world now is for many, and the world to come for few, okay, which it's definitely, this multitude is anyway born in vain. Scripture talks about it, man, okay. And everything is defiled, man. The earth, the woman, everything, man. Okay, it's really sad, man. Really sad time, man, which we're living in. So with that, all praises to Yahweh, Ba Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba Hashem, Ukapadash. Okay, clothed in sackcloth, man. Shalom.